Thank you, my grandchildren. You make me so very happy of your performance. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? All my grandchildren will do their best just to make me happy. Yeah, they will try their best to make the performance very nice because they know that doing that makes me very, very happy. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Would you agree with me that my daughter is so beautiful today? She is so lovely. Yeah. She is adorable. Yeah, yeah. And the place is so elegant. Do you know that she was the one who has all the ideas of this? There is no wedding planner. There is nobody think about this except her. She is so what do you call that? Very resourceful person. Yeah, yeah. And whoever has a party to come, you can ask Riyadh. She will help you for that. Yeah, yeah. Uh, when Ria was growing up, during her younger days, every time we go out, people will say that, oh, Ria, oh, you look like mother like daughter. Yeah, we always, all the people say that because we look alike. And then, a few days ago, a sister of mine from Australia called me. And Ria was there. And then she said, oh, it is Ria's birthday today. That is Monday. And then, can you tell Ria that I want to see her? And then I told Ria, Tita wants to talk to you. And then when my sister saw Ria, oh, you look so beautiful. My sister said, you look like your mom. Yeah, but I feel like Ria is not happy with that. I feel she's offended because it's much different now. She's so beautiful. I'm this old. So, yeah. And then I just think that it's okay for me if we are not the same features now because of the age difference. She's 40 and I'm 80, 82. Look, I'm 82 now. Yeah, it's a bonus. Yeah, yeah. And come to think that the age difference, 40 years old, 40 years. And I'm so happy that I'm still strong, healthy, and still kicking. And like a mother, even though I'm old and I'm not as beautiful as her, I'm so very, very thankful because I have my daughters who are so lovely. Oh, for me, they are so lovely because no, every mother treat their daughter as the most beautiful person according to the feeling of the mother. So every time that they said, "Oh, your daughter is pretty," I'm so happy for that because really, the mother is the first one to praise their daughters. That even if how they look, the mother treated their daughter as the most beautiful person in the world. Yeah, Ria as a daughter, she was so she was the one who make me see the places that I haven't dreamed to be. She was the one who is planning where to go without my knowledge. She is a person who is full of surprises. Like, for example, now, we didn't know everything about her, what will she look like on her wedding day. But The morning when we went to the hotel, to this hotel, we just found out that very, very important thing happened to her. We didn't expect anything from her, something new. And when we reached the hotel room, we were all surprised because of the haircut that she has. She has taken care of that hair for so many years. She never had a short hair. Never she had a short hair. But when we saw her, me, Ina, and Julia and me were so surprised. What? What happened? Because we really didn't expect that will happen to her. She is full of surprises. That's my daughter, Ria. I cannot see the Blue Lagoon in Iceland without her. That is the dream of every person, to see the Blue Lagoon. But because of her, I was able to swim in the Blue Lagoon. And while they were swimming, Ria and Rina were swimming on the Blue Lagoon, and I was far away. I was crying in the water because I never expect that I will see that Blue Lagoon. Because of her, I was able to. I'm so thankful for you, Ria, for that, and all the places that I have been because of you. Yeah. And as a mother to her two daughters, she was so disciplinarian. Really, she was so disciplinarian, especially during their younger age. And I praise her for that, because if she is not that too disciplinarian, the two, Ina and Julia, will not be like that. And I'm very happy for you for bringing them up so very well, Ria. Thank you so much for that. I praise you for that. You are so a very good mother to Ina and Julia. Yeah. And I'm so happy that Ria was like that, because as a sister, Rina has a special child. Ria is not supposed to have a 7-seater car, because she has only two daughters, and the two of them, there are only 4. But she bought a 7-seater car. Did you know why? Because she is reserving that 7-seater car for the family of Rina, because Rina cannot work because of the special child. Only Jonathan is working. So whenever we have something to do or go out for some family trip, the children of Rina is included in the itinerary of Ria. That is how supportive she is to her sisters. And I appreciate that, even if I'm not talking to you. It's in my heart. Because that is the truth. You're so supportive. And I will treasure that until the end of my life, because you are a good sister to your sibling. And for Eman, thank you, Eman. Because Thomas for loving Ria and the two kids unconditionally. I always advise the two girls, respect Eman, because you cannot find any more like that. He treated Ina and Julia as his own children. Every time he went home, he will look for the car of the two girls and check if they are running good or not. He is the one taking care of that. I'm not talking Eman to you because I know that you are doing the right thing for my grandchildren. So thank you so much. I hope you will not get tired. Oh, because because he is so patient to the two of them. Yeah. Even I yeah. And that in return, during the first few years of their being together, Ina and Julia doesn't call him except Tito Eman. That's how he called them. But because they experienced how Eman treated them, and now they called Eman Papsi, which is very, very important because without teaching them how to call Eman, they themselves do it because they themselves treated Eman as their own father. And I always advise them whenever we are together, please respect Tito Eman. Please uh, do whatever you can do. And then when a birthday or Christmas or New Year comes, the first thing that they will do is look for the gift for Eman, which is their gratitude to Eman. So I just want to advise you guys that never, never, Ina and Julia, to disrespect Eman because he did everything for you. Yeah. And thank you, Eman, for that. I hope the two of you will live happily ever after.
And the brother of the groom, Rene Avisamis. Ooh, it's written. So professional.
Thank you. There is an African proverb that says, when one travels alone, he travels fast. When two travel together, they travel far. This is so true. Both Ria and Kuya Eman have traveled fast and far together for the past 9 years. Kuya Eman is my big brother, my partner in crime, and my protector when we were kids. My parents said that they made me especially for him so he would have a pair, even though they already had 5 kids. I always looked up to him and always sought his advice on everything from car problems to how to hang my wife's curtains. My wife jokes that she married the wrong brother because she says I'm not as handy as Kuya Eman. Right? Our mom shed a tear or 5,000 tears when he said that he was moving away to live across the country. Not because he's the favorite son, that title belongs to me, but because she will miss him, having him around to take care of her and to spoil her. That's just how Kuya Eman is. Very loving and giving, and would give his shirt off his back to the one he loves. Our mom is very happy, though, that Kuya Eman found Ria and that now he has a family of his own. Kuya Eman and Ria are lucky to have found each other, and definitely shows because they are so happy and in love. As everyone knows, Abesami's husbands are devoted, dedicated, and loyal husbands. For the most part. Kuya Eman, I'm sure you will continue to carry this torch and make Ria and your family proud. To Julia and Ina, thank you for calling Kuya Eman Pops and embracing him and treating him as a father. Seeing firsthand how Kuya Eman is filling this role in your lives and seeing your love to him give us comfort on the East Coast and here too that he's doing his duties well. To Ria's family, thank you for welcoming Kuya Eman to your close-knit family and embracing him as one of your own. The anxiety we felt when he moved west ended up being unfounded. From the moment I saw Kuya Eman and Ria together, I knew they would end up getting married. Natataranta siya kapag nandyan si Ria. I am delighted to see my brother so happy, and although he's decided to leave the East Coast, I couldn't have wished him a more perfect bride. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's all raise a glass, your bubble teas, and honor my brother and my sister-in-law, Mr. and Mrs. Ria and Eman Abesamis. Cheers. Cheers, cheers.
Next will be the sisters of the bride, Rena de Guzman and Rosalind Claren.
Yeah. I don't really have anything prepared, and besides, mommy said everything that I wanted to say. But I'm really happy that you found each other. Eman, thank you for taking care of my sister and my nieces. You couldn't have blended to our family so well. You've been so nice, not just to them, but to all of us. Like what my mom said, you've treated all of us like your own family. And you loved my children like your own too. When we needed help, you're always generous. You and my sister, you're always there for us. It is hard to raise a special child kid, but you both have supported us every time I needed you. Hospital trips, even just going back and forth to Seattle. That means so much to me and my family. But thank you for making my sister happy. I've never seen her so happy. Yeah. She's always so proud to say how funny you are, and you always make him and my nieces laugh. And that's a great thing. She's been through so much. And now that you're here, you made life so much easier and so much happier for them. And thank you for being there all the time when we all need you. My sister, thank you for your generosity. Yeah, not only with resources, but most especially with your time. For my family, you never say no. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that you're happy. And I wish you to lifelong happiness and good health. I love you both.
Oh. It's okay. Her feet are hurting. You can sit down. Okay. Sorry about my voice. I was gonna sing, but too bad. Okay. Hello, my name is Roslyn, and known as Osang to family and close friends. I am the little sister of Ate Ria and Ria Rita. The fourth among the five of us. I'd say the loudest one or boldest one out of all of us. But believe it or not, the least social when we were growing up in the Philippines. I remember when we were all out in the streets playing while she was at home and doing her favorite pastime. And guess what that was? Eating. And now I think I figured out why I wasn't that fond of vegetables or any of those exotic foods growing up. It's because she had already devoured them before I even got the chance to try them. Where am I? I remember our mom and dad always enjoyed eating with her or watching her eat because of her love of food. But as you all probably know and see now, that because of her determination and focus, she has been able to maintain her desired weight through her strict keto dieting. How many lost pounds and counting now, sister? How many lost pounds? 40 pounds. And counting. I'd have to say that that's one of the many things I admire about her. When she has her mind set on a goal, she doesn't stop at anything until she achieves it. Sister, you know what those achievements are. And you should be very proud, as I and the rest of our family are proud of you. Her unwavering dedication to keep our family united and selflessness to support her family in whatever way she can are the other things that I admire about her. She also makes it a point to uphold the faith that our parents had instilled in us, and letting God guide her and Emin in every occasion that they make, in every decision that they make. One clear example was from a couple of weeks ago. Because of the crazy COVID-19 pandemic, the thought of postponing the wedding crossed their minds. However, they did what they normally do. On a Sunday morning, they went to church, and then God gave them that enlightenment that they needed, and that they will push through whatever happens, whether there are 100 people or 50 people present, and that the whole point of all of this celebration is to receive God's blessing. Sister and brother, you two are meant for each other. I am so happy that the two of you found your way to each other. Continue to make each other happy and enjoy the ride even more. I love you both. And please know that we have your back too. I love you. I love you. And to the newly married in the church, bride and groom, here's to you, and you're happily ever after. I love you.
Our last speech for the bride and groom will come from their daughter, Sabrina. Surprise!
Good evening, everyone. Okay. Thank you for joining us today as we celebrate my mom and pops renewing their vows and receiving the blessing of God, despite the situation in the world right now. I hope you're all enjoying the food and the company. Okay. My first memory of pops entering our lives is when I saw a bouquet of flowers in our car with a note saying, "Thinking of you." Do you remember that? Okay. This was after my mom and Ninang Jel's trip to New York in November 2009. I remember asking her who it was from, and she seemed very aloof about it. I guess she wanted to make sure that my sister Julia and I wouldn't be negatively affected by her dating pops before she deep dived into it. She always puts our well being first before anything else. I remember them always talking on the phone. And there was a particular day that I recall when mom was in the bathroom. She sounded so excited on the phone while talking to him. First of all, I don't know why she was in the bathroom confessing her love to him. That's not very romantic, but it happened. So, if I recall correctly, it was December 12, 2009. That's Pops' birthday, and that's when they became official. Am I right? I'm a little nosy. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Ever since then, they would fly to each other to make the long distance relationship work. I have never, okay, listen carefully. I have never seen her the least stressed out in my entire life. If you guys know my mom, that's a big deal. Pops made everything easy for her, for us, even until now. Pops is so selfless. He does so much for us, and I don't even know how to repay him. He makes lemon water for my mom every night. He picks me up from the SkyTrain. And. He brings my sister's spare car keys to her when she locks her car keys in her car. It happens way more often than you guys think. Whatever we need, he's always there. My mom didn't exactly have the best relationships beforehand, but I guess good things never come easy. Or like how the saying goes, you'll never see a rainbow without a little rain. And with that being said, I'd like to raise my glass. Where did I put it? The happy couple. Congrats, Mom and Pops. Love you.
I'd like to say a speech as well, if that's okay. Hi, everybody. For those of you that don't know, I'm Julia, the youngest daughter of Ria and Emin here. I'll try to make this quick because we're kind of out of schedule. But yeah, I'll try not to go into tangents. But yeah, like just to go off what everyone is saying, it's true. I can vouch for that. They are the most supportive and the most giving, selfless people in the world. Pops, there seems to be a lot of problems that I have with my car, you know, but one of them I will never forget. I was rushing to work once, and long story short, I went to a gas station and didn't look what I was putting in my car. And this is really embarrassing for me to say, but I put diesel fuel in my '02 Honda Civic by accident. And it wasn't running properly, and I was like, oh, what's wrong? Is it too old? But no, I accidentally just put diesel gas in it. He was like, Julia, it almost costed me $260 to fix, but you just have to pay $20. And I know that doesn't sound like much, but it just means a lot to me when, you know, like he makes it so easy for us where I don't have to do this and I don't have to do that. Like he finds an easier route for us to take every single time. And that same goes for you, Mom. Like I'm really glad that you guys, like despite COVID-19, you guys still came out here. Some of you flying out here from New York. Thank you so much. We appreciate it to show how much you care for the lovely couple. And Mom, thank you so much for helping me with my tuition, with school, like trying to help me with my math homework sometimes. But yeah, like just to end it all, thank you so much for everything, and thank you so much for everyone who, no matter what part of the world you came from, thank you so much for coming despite the virus. But thank you so much for not letting a light beer ruin everyone's night. So, alrighty. I hope everybody has a good night. Get some seconds, thirds for the food, and yeah. Congratulations.
I'd like to call on the bride and the groom so that they can tell us a few words. Continue to have the spotlight on them.
But not my shoe. Not, I mean, not my feet. We love food. Yes? Most of you know that I have a dedicated Instagram account just for our food photos, right? I have, that's beside the point, but, but more than our love for food, Emin and I have a hidden agenda every time we go out to eat. We want to capture our two daughters in a setting where we can actually talk to them, heart to heart, have conversations, or find teachable moments in those conversations. And in one of those dine outs, we got to talking about what kind of partner you need to have in life, right? And then they told me, or at least one of them told me, and I know that they are in unison about this, that I want to marry someone like Pops. And that's, when I heard that, my heart just filled with joy. Because I knew that if and when that actually happens, that they will be very, very happy as I am today. Every time, a lot of people say that you have to marry somebody who makes you a better person, right? But not every marriage actually end up that way, right? And luckily for me, mine actually did end up that way. Eman actually makes me a better person every day. He is the perfect example of it is better to be loving than to be right. He teaches me that every day, right? He is very kind. I'm actually, my learning curve on being kind is a little steep. I'm not a very patient person. Yes. And I guess that's true. That's true. But, I guess for people here who are still trying to find that somebody, or who are still trying to make their marriages work, try to find that person who tolerates you, who loves you no matter what. Yeah. Yes. He is that kind of person to me. Yeah. So, I can say a lot of things about Eman, and I don't want to bore you with the details, but at this point, I'd like to address my Abasamis family. Yes. to Mama, to Papa, and Ate Ami who are not here, Ate Fanny, Kuya Reggie, Tomat, and Rene. I'd like you to know, or I'd like to thank you for producing such a wonderful human being. And, thank you so much. And just know that, he's also taken care of here.
right? I mean, my family loves him too. Yeah. We love. Yeah. So I guess, yeah. Um, I had a last line in my phone that I forgot, but oh, okay. Right. Now, yes. My mentality during all of this preparation was, I didn't need for everything to be perfect. No. I just want, as my sister said, I just want the blessing. I just want, because, after all, babe, whatever we have here, you, me, Julia, Tofu, Ina, yes, our little unit here is already perfect. I don't need a perfect wedding, right? We already have a perfect life. It's imperfectly perfect, but it's perfect to me. Thank you so much for being here despite the COVID-19. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Good evening. Everybody's been shedding a tear here and there. I don't know if I might end up doing that. 11 years ago, 11 years ago, I was living my single life in New York. Yeah, baby. And it never crossed my mind that I'll find somebody that I would eventually live the rest of my life with. So, I am sure. I said yes. You said yes. Okay. So I kept traveling between Vancouver and New York. Ria's definition of compromise. She said, we have to compromise. My definition of compromise is meet each other halfway. So that's somewhere in the middle of the US. Okay? All right. Her idea of, or definition of compromise is me moving to Seattle. So I did that for almost 2 years. Every 2 weeks, I'll be flying to Seattle. She said, let's do it every other trip. I fly here, she flies there. But her compromise, again, is me moving and flying to Seattle. On a scheduled vacation trip to Vancouver, I received an invite to go to an interview. And that started all of it. I was on my 2-week vacation, and I came back and I told my employer, my boss, I'm moving to Seattle. I found a job. That was September 2015. I told my mom, Ma, I'm flying to Seattle. This was within 2 weeks. And cried. She didn't think that I'll be moving to, I'll be leaving New York. Okay, because among the 6 of us, it was me that she would always go to do her errands. Not any of my brothers, not any of my sisters, it was me. Wherever she wanted to go, I said, let's go. Okay, she'll do her grocery shopping. Believe it or not, she stops at 5 different supermarkets. And she wouldn't hear anything from me saying, why are you doing that? Why can't you just go to one and let's go home? So she said, well, unlike Chomat. Okay. right? Chumat would say, "You're sending me there in the middle of rush hour. It'll take me 2 hours to get there." But with me, I'll just say, "Let's go." Okay? It took a while for her to understand that I found Ria. And I actually had to fight for her. Because and the Jyotis know that. On my first trip to Vancouver, when I came back, my mom, when I got into the car, my mom said, "Sabi ng Tita Louie, may girlfriend ka na daw." "And who is that?" And I said, "Well, it's Ria." She actually she didn't talk to me until we got home. And I spoke to her. And I said, "I wasn't looking for anybody. Ria just came along. And I feel that she's the one. And I know she will take care of me." But and my mom said, "Well, she has 2 kids." I understand that. So I had to defend Ria and let her know that in the end, Ria will take care of me. Okay? So, Mommy, I would like to thank you for Ria. Okay? To the Indusil siblings, the nieces and the nephews, thank you for making it easy for me to be accepted in the family. Okay? And to everybody that is here this evening, thank you for your presence. My family, my brothers, my sister who flew, and my friends who flew from New York despite the COVID-19, thank you very much. And, babe, this is it? Looking forward to spending the rest of my life, our lives together, okay, with Ina, Julia, and Tofu. Thank you so much.